Okay, so we've already gone over creating all of our pipelines for our potential customers and current customers that we're tracking. So now what about coaches? Okay, so what I personally found as I was doing things is I would be trying to track information about someone who is a challenger, let's say in a challenge group, and they want information on coaching. And I found I wanted to track them in a different pipeline because I wanted, we're talking about coaching and they're going through different stages about coaching there. But yeah, I still wanted to track them as a customer, right? So what I personally did is I actually create two different, you're going to learn about this in a little bit, but boxes. So there's like the information about the person here and then the information about the person over here in the prospective coaches section. It's two separate sections, okay? And where I have the notes on the customer, or like they're a challenger in a challenge group and they say, I want information on coaching, just in the notes section in big bold letters, I say in prospective coaches list, so that I know that I can go there and get a little bit more information. I was paying for the linked box feature that Streak has, but it wasn't worth it because it wasn't transferring my notes information over. So it's just easier for me to make a note to myself, hey, they're over here too, okay? And so then I have this set up. So the pipeline for prospective coaches is actually so simple compared to the other one, right? So there's stages, all right? The stages are dream teams. So these are people who I really want one day, but we haven't built up that trust for me to have that invite opportunity. I don't have a lot of people there because I usually build trust with those people fast. Next up is invited. So I've invited them. Current discussions, added to my sneak peek event, sent the link to sign up. Not now. And then you'll see from the not now on, this is a very similar invite structure or follow-up structure that you saw with the other pipeline, the relationship building one. There's the value, invite. And once I put them here, I kind of hang them out there for a couple months and I might, again, rotate through later on, okay? So that helps me out a ton. Next up are columns. So again, these are far more simple how I have my columns set up. There's notes, last contact, and coaching objections. So let me just show you what it looks like. This is a glimpse at it for my prospective coaches. So see, there's the dream team, invited, current discussion, everything here. And then I have my columns set up and they're just so simple. And it's nice to be able to have, I have the names hidden, but it's nice to be able to kind of see right at a glance what their objections are right over here. That helps me out a ton. So that's that one. The next one that I set up is my actual coaches one, where I track my team, okay? So as soon as someone signs up, I'm going to be moving them from the prospective coaches list to here. And we'll talk about moving contacts later. Don't even fret about that. Again, we're still setting up our structures. So for this one, I have the stages where they're a new coach, they're in training, a discount coach, pushing to emerald, and pushing to diamond. And if you have someone who is a diamond, you could also have another one that says like diamond and such, or pushing for elite, that sort of deal. Next up is columns. So for the columns, I have rank, okay? That way I can track what rank they are, whether they're active or inactive, number of days in stage, and then not shown here is actually whether they're left leg or right leg. What's really nice about that is I can easily do a filtered view and see exactly who's active on my left, who's active on my right, am I securing my diamond rank, okay? That's very helpful sometimes at a glance to see. I don't use it a ton. I usually go into the online office, to be honest with you. But this is a fantastic way for me to track my coaches and see what's going on. And I'm actually able to quickly send them emails based on, like I can click on all of my pushing for emerald coaches and I can say, hey, we've got an emerald training going on this week, or I can click on all my new coaches and send them a message to say, hey, how's training going? And we'll talk about those both messages in a second, but I really think it's helpful to have all of your coaches in this pipeline. It helps me organize my notes on them. Anytime I have a call, I can go in and update the information in the notes field about, their color code personality, their why, their goals, how long they have, can spend in the business and so on. The other thing I want to point out is that there's a field called days in stage, and it's a magic field. So we talked about this before. When you create a field, there's insert column and there's a magic column, and you can click. I don't think it's going to show here because I already have it here, but you can click and say like number of days in this stage, and it's going to tell you how long they've been there. What's nice about that is that's going to give you information right at a glance to know like how long someone's been sitting at that particular rank. And, you might message them and see how you can help them. So We've done it. Go ahead and set up your coaching pipeline, and by then you should have all of your pipelines ready to go. And now you're like, Tara, how do I add people? Like, let's cut to the chase. And we are going to go over that in the next video. All right, bye guys.